Hey guys, how's it going? Snow's pretty much gone around here. Weather's nice and warm, which means it is definitely time to get to work on the old Yota behind me. Time to start transforming this thing into the beast I know it's going to be. So about a month ago, I tried to get this big old piece of chrome off this front bumper, and I was filming it for you guys. It was going to be a good video, but so I had my pneumatic impact gun going at it. Took these two rusted bolts off this side, no problem. Went to the other side over here, got one off, and the other one stripped like crazy. I was like, great, perfect, right what I need. So I went to another mounting point and I tried those, and those just stripped as well. And could have just, dug into it with a cutting wheel and spent a long time doing it, but I was thinking in my head, I'm like, alright, I'm going to need to do a lot of framework for this thing. Because all down here, all the independent front suspension points need to get cut off to hang some springs from it for the solid axle swap. So I was like, you know what, I need a real cutting tool. So I just went out and bought Cut 50 Chinese plasma cutter for pretty cheap as far as plasma cutters go. Tested it out on a little workpiece today, works great. So we're going to chop this front bumper off. First, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to use my die grinder with a wire wheel to get some of this rust off so I can get a better contact for the plasma cutter. So let's get at it. Alright, what you got to do first is here's the die grinder I'm using. That's actually brand new. So we'll see how it goes. Just a cheapo central pneumatic job, but that's fine. Always oil your tools. Air tool oil. Put a few drops in there. Should be fine, but it's brand new. I want to make sure there's some oil in it. I got my big bore air compressor on the other end of this hose. Oh, looks like it works. There we go. Now I don't really want to breathe in a lot of rust, so I'm going to put a mask on. And safety goggles, because you don't want these bristles in your eyes. Oh, one more thing. Gloves. Alright guys, using the power of air and electricity, I believe we're through the bumper. Oh yeah. There's a little piece holding it on, but I believe we can just work it off. What I will do blinker bulb. Somehow, how is that in there? Alright, well that broke, whatever. Alright, warping the heck. And just like that, this piece of junk's off the truck. Just gonna set it right there for now. Oops. Alright, so if you can see here, it wasn't the cleanest cut in the world by any means. You want to focus on my finger? No? Alright, whatever. So you can see it's pretty rough. But got the job done. That's mostly due to the fact that I couldn't get a good connection with all this rusting crap. I mean, look at that hole right there. This is all coming off and getting replaced. But we got it off. And now we have good access to everything underneath, including all the non-essential parts. Like this isn't a, it doesn't really look like it's a load-bearing feature. Smashed this bulb as I took it off, but whatever. And real quick, before I go inside, I want to show you guys the tools that I have. This is my Makita model MAC 5200. It's a big bore, 3 horsepower, 5.2 gallon little mobile unit. The great thing about it though is it's a 6.5 CFM at 90 psi unit, which is a lot of airflow for something so small. Admittedly, it has to run a lot when it's doing bigger tools, but I can run some pretty big tools off this without, you know, spending much money on the unit itself. It was like $300 unit or something like that. And then here's my like $200 plasma cutter. This is the Cut 50. I had to, it did not come with a connector on the end, like a 110 volt connector, so I had to actually splice one on there. It doesn't look very pretty, but it's actually a really solid splice, so I'm not getting any problems with that. Very cheap, like 200 bucks. You get a lot for your money. This thing can get through some serious material. I wouldn't call what I just cut very thick, but it got through it, no problem. I was cutting it like butter. And it runs just fine for almost no money. You can buy a hypertherm unit, and yeah, it'll run better, but man, for bang for your buck, this little thing's where it's at. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up. But yeah, there's the beast right now. Front bumper off, ready for some work. I'm so excited. Anyway, I will keep you guys posted and hopefully more videos real soon.